My husband is having an affair. It seems he's been lavishing branded gifts on his mistress. What's more, he used my credit card for these purchases. I've been enduring this for the sake of our son, but I've reached my limit. I can't forgive this. I need to take action. The person who helped me in this situation was someone unexpected. My name is Olivia, and I'm 35 years old. I've been married to my husband, Caleb, for 10 years. Our son, Jack, turned 8 this year. I've always loved reading books, and now I make a living as a novelist, a dream I've cherished. The mystery novels I started writing have caused quite a stir, and I've been able to serialize several stories each month. Thankfully, my books are selling well, and my days are busy. Initially, my husband was working too, but as soon as I started earning, he quit his job. For the past 2 to 3 years, he's been lounging at home daily, occasionally going out to gamble. Yet today, unusually, he's dressed in a suit. Something's off. Why the suit? I decided to ask him directly. Caleb, it's rare to see you in a suit. Where are you going? He widened his eyes in surprise, then quickly returned to his usual demeanor and said, I have an interview. An interview? For what? A job interview, what else? I thought maybe it's time I started working again. Oh, I see. Good luck. Thanks, I'll be off then. At that moment, I truly believed he was going for a job interview. Our son is still young, and I thought maybe Caleb had reconsidered for our future. However, he didn't return home until 1 a.m. that night. I was up due to an impending deadline. He reeked of alcohol and perfume and fell asleep on the living room sofa. In his hand was his smartphone, unlocked. Driven by curiosity, I peeked at his phone. What? No, I can't believe this. To put it plainly, my husband was cheating. Even more shocking, his mistress was my best friend, Emily. They apparently went to a fancy restaurant known for its beautiful night views. The shock hit me like a blunt weapon. Caleb with Emily? Why? Doesn't Emily have a husband too? I trusted them both. Confronted with this unexpected reality, tears naturally welled up in my eyes. Thinking I shouldn't wake my husband, I desperately held back my sobs. Evidence, right, evidence. For the time being, I sent the evidence of his affair to my phone and decided to think about what to do next. The next morning, I casually asked my husband, who was acting as usual. Hey, Caleb, about yesterday. Yesterday? You know, you said you had an interview, but you came home late. I was just wondering what happened. Then my husband averted his eyes, showing signs of concocting an excuse. Actually, after the interview, I ran into a friend and went out for drinks. A friend? Who? Someone you don't know. Do I have to explain everything? Yes, you're right. As expected, my husband hid the fact that he met with Emily. His attitude made it clear he was having an affair. A month after discovering my husband's infidelity, I was still in a quandary. I hadn't confronted my husband about the affair. Once I do, it's clear it will create a rift in our marriage. If it were just me, I would have confronted him with the evidence of his affair and divorced him immediately. The reason I don't leave him is for our son, Jack. I couldn't bear to take his father away from him at just 8 years old. Afterward, taking advantage of the times I was holed up in my room working, he started going out frequently. This, however, was also an excellent opportunity. I decided to collect evidence of his affair while he was out. What I found in my husband's room were several unfamiliar receipts. It appears he had bought women's luxury items. But there was nothing like that in his room. Of course, they weren't gifts for me. The only conclusion I could draw. Caleb was showering Emily with these luxury items. But where did he get the money? He's currently unemployed and living on the allowance I give him each month. Our savings must be nearly depleted. Curious, I decided to follow my husband. In the meantime, I called my brother over to watch Jack. Of course, my brother was unaware of my husband's affair. I lied to my brother. Sorry for calling you over so suddenly. It's okay, but what's up? Why the sudden need to have Jack watched? The truth is, I really wanted to go shopping alone. Shopping? You've never been one for material things. Usually, you shop online. That's true, but today there's this shop-exclusive item I want to buy. So please take care of Jack. Well, alright, but don't be too late. Jack will get lonely. Thank you. With my brother's help, I successfully followed my husband. He was now walking arm in arm with my best friend, Emily. I knew it, but seeing it with my own eyes was a shock. They entered a high-end brand store, looking very happy. There, I saw something unbelievable. What? No way. Is that my credit card? Yes, the card my husband was using for payment was my secondary credit card. My main card is always in my wallet, but the secondary card is usually left in a drawer. He took it without permission and used it as his funding source for these gifts. In recent months, I had bought new work equipment like monitors and keyboards, and even replaced furniture, so the card usage was enormous. Both cards draw from the same bank account. Moreover, due to my recent busyness, I hadn't checked the statements thoroughly. That oversight came back to haunt me. I couldn't believe it. Not only was he having an affair, but he was also misusing my money. My love for my husband had completely vanished. Of course, I was also at fault for not noticing. Still, I couldn't forgive him. I took photos of them together, clearly capturing their affair, and returned home. Over the next few days, I was consumed with thoughts of revenge. I seized the opportunity when my husband was out, repeatedly checking his regularly used computer. Since he synced his smartphone with his computer, I could easily check his exchanges with Emily. Eventually, I discovered they planned a trip together during the upcoming long weekend. A 3-night, 4-day trip to the beach, huh? This is my only chance. I resolved to carry out my revenge to coincide with my husband's affair trip. But there was one problem. My son's presence. It would be difficult to complete this plan without my son learning of his father's affair. I decided to seek my brother's help again. Can you take care of Jack during this upcoming long weekend? The whole 4 days? Yes, I have some matters to attend to. Matters, huh? He said, with an implied meaning. Just as I felt uneasy about my brother's attitude, he said decisively. Olivia, stop struggling on your own. What? Caleb is having an affair, isn't he? How did you know? Jack told me. What? Jack did? My son, despite his young age, had noticed his father's affair. I don't know if he understood the concept of infidelity, but he knew his father was getting close to someone other than his mother and that it was causing me pain. Jack seemed to have realized this. How? I thought I was hiding it so well from Jack. How could he? Jack can see how much Caleb has hurt you. Are you planning to stay with him? But if Caleb and I divorce, won't Jack be sad? As I murmured this, Jack, who should have been in the next room, appeared. It's okay, Mom. I'm on your side. Jack. Are you sure? I don't want anyone who makes you sad. As long as I have you. Thank you, Jack. And thank you, dear brother. With my son and brother's support, I was able to decide on revenge without any reservations. We moved forward with the moving plans to coincide with my husband's affair trip. With my brother's help, we packed quietly while my husband was away. And on the night before the long weekend, I decided to give my husband one last chance. As he was excited about his trip, I confronted him. Caleb, what's with the luggage? You're preparing a carry-on suitcase. Oh, this? Actually, I'm going on a trip with a friend from tomorrow. A trip? Did you mention that before? It was a sudden plan. It's fine, right? I managed it within the allowance I get each month. Not wanting to be questioned further, my husband radiated a "do not talk to me" aura. But his issues are of no concern to me. I confronted him in a voice lower than I had ever used before. Hey, is that really just a friend? He visibly shook, clearly disturbed, yet he desperately continued to lie. Of course. Why do you keep asking? All right, I understand. Have fun on your trip with your friend. I will, even without being told. Just don't go too wild, okay? With that, I left his room. Honestly, if he had just told me the truth, I would have settled for alimony and child support, keeping things amicable. After all, he was someone I once loved. I managed to persevere even when my novel didn't sell, all thanks to him. I never wanted to hate or resent him from the bottom of my heart. But after all this, I can't afford such luxury anymore. For my sons and my own future, I must end things with this man. There's no need to hold back anymore with him, who kept on lying. The next morning, he had already left for his trip. I opened the drawer and confirmed he had taken my credit card as usual. I immediately contacted the card company to report it lost and to stop its usage. When my son woke up, I greeted him with a "good morning." He replied with a beaming smile, "Mom, it's today, right?" Huh? The move. We're going to our new house today, right? Seeing my son's eyes sparkle, the last bit of my anxiety disappeared. You're so excited, Jack. All right, I've stopped the credit card. Let's move to our new house. Yes. I'm looking forward to our new home. With my brother's help, our move went smoothly. I transported mine and my son's belongings to our new home and sent my husband's things to a certain place. The next day, relaxing in our new home with my son and brother, my husband called. Hello? Olivia, is that you? What's up? Well, actually, things are costing more than I expected. Can you transfer me just a little money? Probably because the card was stopped, he was struggling to pay for things on his trip. He didn't mention the card directly, slyly requesting money instead. You said you'd manage within your own spending money, right? Sorry, but I can't afford to lend you any. Don't say that. Without your help, I can't enjoy the trip alone. Alone? Don't you mean with someone else? Caught off guard, he uttered a foolish huh. It's a special trip, after all. You wanted to show Emily the good stuff, right? Too bad, the card you took is no longer usable. Give up. What? Olivia. What are you talking about? Emily? The card? Pretending not to know is useless. You're too flustered. It's because you're talking nonsense, Olivia. I don't know anything about a card. It's okay. I already know about Caleb cheating on me with my best friend, Emily. What? Did you really think I wouldn't find out? Are you stupid? It's obvious. No, this isn't what it looks like. It's not an affair or anything, he protested, even in the face of all this. His excuses only fueled my anger further. Ignoring the presence of my brother and son, I unleashed all my pent-up fury. Stop with your pathetic excuses. You have a family, yet you're involved with another woman using my credit card. Do you even realize how despicable you are? Olivia, just calm down. Calm down? How can I be calm with the person I hate the most in the world? Let me make this clear, I will neither forgive nor help you. You and that mistress of yours can go to hell. Never show your face to me and Jack again. I abruptly ended the call. Then, Emily, the mistress, called. What the hell, Olivia? What have you done? Oh, Emily, long time no see. How's the trip with my husband, your best friend's spouse? Shut up. Explain yourself right now. Whatever do you mean? Don't play dumb. You sent Caleb's belongings to my house, didn't you? Yes, I had sent my husband's belongings to Emily's house during our move. She's married, so obviously, her husband is there. That's exactly why I sent Caleb's belongings directly to her husband, along with a detailed letter explaining everything. She yelled into the phone, her voice almost breaking. "This isn't funny. What have you done? My husband found out and he's furious. That's what you get for cheating while married. How could you do such a filthy thing? I'm so disappointed in you." What? That should be my line. My trusted friend cheated with my husband. How could I ever forgive that? Who was the one who was disrespectful first? I wasn't serious about it. It was just a fling. He's just a jobless loser. Whether it was serious or not, doesn't matter. I'm about to get a divorce anyway. The fact remains that you cheated. I will never forgive you. Expect a substantial claim for damages. Damages? What are you talking about? I didn't agree to that. Of course. You did something deserving of it. Wait. I'm a housewife. I can't pay damages. Not my problem. Figure it out yourself or beg your husband. Though I doubt he'll help. Wait, Olivia. Please, just wait. I'm done here. I hung up without letting her speak further and blocked her number. Afterwards, I finalized the divorce through a lawyer and claimed damages from my ex-husband and Emily. I also demanded reimbursement for the credit card he used without permission. Burdened with debt from the claim, Emily was divorced and kicked out by her husband. She tried to seek refuge in her parents' home, but given the circumstances, she was turned away and is now working a night job to make ends meet. My ex-husband, on the other hand, attempted to turn to Emily, but she, furious for being dragged into a divorce herself, cut ties with him, and their relationship fizzled out. He is now juggling multiple part-time jobs, living day to day. A long period of unemployment means it's not easy for him to find a decent job. And if he ever misses a payment for alimony or child support, I'll use every means necessary to collect it. As for me, I'm living a peaceful life in our new home with my son. He's growing up fast, and every day is truly refreshing. I intend to continue loving him without causing any sadness.